Hi guys, it's Chris, and today I will show you an Ethereum AI arbitrage MEV bot that I built with Uniswap V3. So we will cover the full flow of the bots from the setup to how to start the bots. So it uses a smart contract to interact with the ETH network basically. So if you like this kind of tutorial guys, please leave a like and subscribe. Now let's back to the video. Alright guys, here is the template behind the bot. So on the hosting PC, the front-end interface is where we control the bot and reach the backend server. The backend server also runs on the same hosting PC. From there, the backend server calls the deployed smart contract, and the smart contract connects to the ETH mainnet network, and then it scans arbitrage opportunities on the ERC20 mempool. So to deploy this bot, you will need to use a wallet browser extension. So you can use the MetaMask wallet browser extension, but you can also use the Trust Wallet or the Phantom wallet. So for this setup, we will first need to install Python. So go on your browser and type Python 3.13, and then click on the first link to python.org and scroll down to choose the right installer for your system. So here I'm on Windows 11, so I'm going to choose this one. It's the same if you are on Windows 10, and if you are on macOS, it will be this one, and if you're on Linux, generally, Python is already installed. So now, go back to your download folder and run the Python installer, and then launch it and wait for the installation to complete. So once the Python installation is complete, you can close the installer window. So now with Python installed, the next step will be to launch the bot file. So I've put the link in the description for you to download it, guys. So launch the PYC bot file. From now, the launcher will check the required dependencies and make sure that you have Python installed, and then launch the front-end interface. So here we can see that we are now with the front-end interface live. So if the front-end doesn't open in your browser in which you have your wallet extension installed, you can basically just copy the URL in the right browser. So here we can see, for instance, the current liquidity in mempool, which is the amount of Ether our bot will have in order to do arbitrage trades. We have the start bot and the stop bot buttons in order to control our bots. We also have some settings, like for instance the ERC20 token lists in order to choose tokens on which we want to do arbitrage, and also the advanced settings, but I don't advise you to touch them since they are already optimized. So now before trading, we need to deploy the smart contract from the interface. So the smart contract connects the bot logic with the Ethereum execution on Uniswap V3. So we need to deploy the contract. So click on the deploy contract button and then review the contract deployment. As you can see, it's generally pretty cheap, so only 26 cents, so let's confirm it. And now we will wait for the contract to show up on the front-end interface. So great, as we can see, the contract is now deployed. So now what we can do is we can copy the contract address and basically go on etherscan.io, which is the blockchain explorer for Ethereum, basically. Paste the address of our contract, and here make sure that we are indeed the owner of the contract that we've just deployed. So back to the interface. The next step will be to fund the smart contract so it can do arbitrage, because arbitrage basically needs the liquidity for the bot to do trades. So copy the smart contract address again. You can do this here too. And open your wallet. Here I'm going to try with, let's say, I'm going to try with some, like, I'm going to send 1.25 Ethereum. I'm going to confirm. And then from now, we wait that the bot receive the Ethereum, so it can take up to 1 or 2 minutes. So here I'm going to hit the refresh balance button. So as I said, it can take up some time. It's generally 30 seconds to 1 minute. So let's click the refresh button until we see the amount appear in the current liquidity in mempool place order. So great, as you can see, the liquidity is now into our bot. So from now, the next step is to launch the bot. So let's click on the start bot button. Again, it can take up to 1 minute or 2. So let's wait a bit, and maybe if we are lucky, we should see some arbitrage transactions going on. As I said, the initialization can take a small delay, so we always need to wait a bit. So there we go. That's pretty great. We already made 2 arbitrage transactions. So here we can see that we made our bot bought some DAI and then sold it for 63 cents profit. So that's not a lot, but we're going to let the bot run. And there also with USDC. So as you can see, it generally works better with stable coins. So from now, I'm going to let the bot run for 24 hours, and we'll see how it goes, guys. See you soon. Alright guys, now we are back after 24 hours. So as you can see, the bot made quite some profits. So it's probably because of the Ethereum mainnet congestion, since there is a lot of traffic on the network. Then the gas fees are high, and then the arbitrage opportunities are generally better. So now I'm going to stop the bots in order to withdraw liquidity. So click on the stop bot button. And now I'm going to click on withdraw liquidity. So it can take up some time, generally 30 to 1 minute. Depends on the network. So there we go, guys. The profits of the bot are now in our wallet. So from now, guys, as you can see, it's working pretty well. So if you like this kind of video, guys, please leave a like. If you have any question, you can leave those in the comment section. If you need more help, you can also contact me on my Telegram, which is in the description below. And basically that's it. So leave a like, guys, and please subscribe. See you soon.